This is seven.
That's fine.
I mean, I can break through walls, I just can't
That's fine.
get this.
Greetings, Starfighter. You have been recruited by the Star League to defend the frontier against Sur and the Kodan Armada.
Yeah.
Get ready, prepare for blast off.
Honey!
What?
Where's my super suit?
What?
Where is my super suit? You tell me when I saw this woman, we are talking about the greater good.
Don't go there! I live there. I bought a house there. I'm gonna take you there!
To boldly go where no one has gone before.
And remember, have fun with it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Project Shadow, episode number 577. Can we just start again, please? No, I really mean that. I really, really do mean that. Okay, you guys who have so valiantly stayed with me over the years know that I have been having fits and starts at getting the podcast back up to its regular daily time, to say the least. And I am very committed to it now because I really want to do this. I need this podcast. I need to talk to you guys on a much more regular basis. And I really enjoy doing it. And so I made a commitment to myself while we were gone on vacation that I was going to take the week after we got back off to kind of reacclimate and recollect myself and collect my thoughts and decide what I wanted to do. And I had a bunch of ideas, and today, while I'm, last night I started gathering stuff for the podcast, and yay, there's another mass shooting at a nightclub in Florida, because why wouldn't there be? And today, just as I'm getting ready to start the podcast, my phone goes bing, breaking news, bunch of people killed in a mass shooting in Japan. Yeah. And it's become so regular that I don't want to say I'm getting used to it, but, oh, God, what in the world is going on here? And so I decided today's topic would be, can we all just start again, please? No, seriously, we need to reroll. We need to reroll hard. We need to look at our character sheets and take a good, strong look at our merits and our flaws and exactly what we've put our points in, because somewhere along the way, we as a society, we spent our points wrong. And we need to either hope that the DM will let us reroll, which will not happen because reality is not nice. So we have to figure out how to make the best out of the current situation. And it's been really hard for me to do these episodes because, let's be honest, it feels frivolous to be talking about the new Star Wars this or the new Justice League that. With so much carnage and mayhem going on. And one of the things I took away from the convention this year was, because we talked about Orlando at all three of our panels, all three of our LGBT panels this year. And what was amazing is how quickly things would go from talking about the horror of the mass shootings and the things that are going on in the world to Steven Universe. And everything just was about Steven. And people that had never seen Steven had been through 3 panels of this and felt that they had something to say and started chiming in on at least the core ideas that we were talking about that were coming through in that show. And I realized that this is frivolous in some ways. But this is how we get culture done. This is how we gather together to think things through and to take a show that is as silly and as wonderful as Steven Universe and find meaning in it that shapes who and what we are. I mean, Brian and I had a Steven Universe themed wedding. At the convention, so many people were calling us Garnet because of that, and that just made us very, very happy. It's a show that bears its soul to us And in so doing, we see a little bit of our soul reflected in it. And so many of the shows that we love are like that, from, Star Trek to Star Wars to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, everything in between, Firefly, Stargate. These are shows that we love because they wear their hearts on their sleeve. These are shows that make us feel something, make us think about things in our world, in our lives, that thrill us and scare us, and sometimes are just blessed distractions from the idiocy and the craziness that's going on around us. And for the first time, I kind of realized that what I do, sitting around and talking about these things, isn't just frivol. It isn't just frivolity. It isn't just that silly little thing on the margin, because we go deep. We look into the things that make these stories matter, and we tell a lot of bawdy jokes along the way. Well, I haven't decided to take the clean tag off of this show. I still think that there's a lot of good here. I don't know, you guys have meant the world to me. And the fact that we have built this community over all these years, that through everything that we've been through, we're still here. People have moved from state to state, from job to job, the craziness of everyone's lives, and yet somehow we're still together. Some of us have met in real life, others of us haven't. But yet, I still feel like I know so many of you out there in the audience. And in the end, this is what really matters. It's these connections that we've forged, that we together have something. We've built something. Together, we stand up for the things that we believe in, and we share the things that we love. And how much better would the world be if we spent so much more time sharing the things that we loved and not talking about the things that we hated? I have a friend that I've been going back and forth on about the new Batman v Superman, and it's not because I think the theatrical version was good. I didn't. But the expanded version, I actually really enjoyed. I don't know why, but I did. I think it was the moment that I realized that they're kind of doing a Damian Wayne spin on Batman. And I don't know how a lot of Batman fans miss that, because he actually wears Damian Wayne's costume in the one Dream Vision thing. The trench coat and the guns and everything. Yeah. But I was okay with it. There was something about it that I liked. And if you want, we can dedicate an entire episode to that. But there's been so much back and forth about Batman v Superman. I didn't know if anybody would actually want. Honestly, I didn't think I really wanted to spend time on that. But instead of focusing on the things that we don't like, what about the things that we love? What about that? I'm really getting excited about the new Star Trek series that's coming. Just because it's Star Trek, and I love Star Trek. I watch Star Trek every freaking day. I do. The music that we love, the music that we share. There was this moment, if you didn't get to make it to shore leave, and because I know the numbers for this podcast, I know a lot of you did not make it to shore leave, and of course some of the people that I know that are out there in the audience couldn't make it because you live far, far, far away. But, we had such a good time at Shore Leave this year. Have a little bit of nasty thoughts about Miss Amy Pond, and I'm saying Amy Pond because I still like Amy. The actress, I don't know. She's kind of money grubbing, and I don't like that. That really turned me off. She wanted $65 for an autograph, and a friend of mine went to get his picture taken with her, which cost like $65, and then she wanted an additional $65 to sign the picture. So she wanted like, what's that, $130 to have a picture signed and taken with her? Really? You're not that special, honey. Especially when so many of the other actors around you were signing for free, because you know what? We make your career possible because we love the stuff that you're in and we support the stuff that you're in. And without us, because we follow you guys from show to show to show because we love you. We feel connected to you. If we like you, we support you. It's one of the great things about Fandom. It's why I made all of my books free over at projectshadow.com. If you head over there right now, all of them free. All you have to do, sign up for the newsletter, free books. I think it's like 6 of them, something like that. Free. Why? Because you guys have supported me, and I know that Fandom does that. That's what makes this community so great. But we had quite a few parties over the weekend, and it was that's the stuff that I'm going to remember. I stopped going to these things for the celebrities a while back, and with the exception of John Barrowman, who I completely squeed over last year, and I was so excited to see, and a couple others, I've kind of gotten to the point in my life where I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, literally, wearing my Deathly Hallows shirt today, one of my Deathly Hallows shirts. I have a drawer full of autographs that I've gotten signed over the years, and you know what? I don't do anything with them. I only have one autograph on display in my room, and it's the one I have of George Takei that happens to be on a picture of him grabbing my ass while he's holding my book. So, it means something to me. I look up, I see it, I smile, because there's memories attached to it. And that's not to say that there are not memories attached to the other ones, the autographs I have from John Delancey or Rene Auberjonois, especially John Delancey. I have a lot of fun memories of John Delancey because, well, that's a whole episode in and of itself. But, we had so much fun together. And we had our people from all over the country who had various, very different political beliefs. And sometimes that came up, and you know what? We talked about them, and then they went away, and then we continued to have fun. But for some strange reason, some strange magical reason, I want to give a shout out to Amy, if you're listening, who I think, I know she had music playing for a lot of the night, and I'm assuming it was the next song on the player, but I didn't hear the song playing. I just heard, it was around 5 a.m. in the morning. We're all about to break up and go our separate ways. And it was later than that. The sun was already rising. Anyway, and I hear Amy start singing the beginning of Renegade by Styx. And I'm going to spare you because you guys have asked that I don't sing on the podcast. But if you don't know it, look it up. Look it up. Look it up right now. And have it playing in the background right here if you don't know it. Because there's this beautiful kind of a cappella thing that happens at the beginning of that song. And it starts with one man singing, and then another voice comes in, and another voice comes in. And that's what happened. Like, he started singing, Amy started singing, and then Sam started singing. And then we all just kind of came in, and we had this moment singing this song that for some reason felt like everything, at least to me, everything that needed to be said right then. I don't know why, because when I think about the lyrics, they really had nothing to do with what was going on, or who we were, or anything at all. But for some reason, they felt right. And it's this wonderful moment that will forever be in my memory. Right? All of us sitting there. Oh, mama, I'm in fear of my life from the long arm of the law. Lawman has put an end to my running, and I'm so far from my home. Oh, mama, I hear you a-crying. You're so scared and all alone. Hangman is coming down from the gallows, and I don't have very long. I don't know why those words worked. I think it was because maybe This was around the time where one of the cleaning women yelled at us for pulling the chairs around in a circle. And funnily enough, the cop just kind of looked at her, looked at us, and shrugged and walked off. You know? I don't know what it was, but there was just something about this moment that was so perfect. It was so wonderful. And is one of those moments that will be seared into my memory for so long. Because here we were, a group of people that, if this were real life, would be strangers from each other. Because these were people from New York and Maryland and Pennsylvania and Kentucky and all over the place. Sitting together, drinking, telling stories, having a good time. And then in this beautiful, sweet moment, singing a song together that we all knew and that just was everything for that moment. And that's why I want to start again. Because that's the moment we need to bring about. It's what I love about fandom and what gets lost in modern internet fandom, where snark is so easy to do on the internet. We are fans. We love things with all of our being. We love things not ironically, not because we should, but because we do. They are part of us, we are part of them, and we celebrate them together. And this is what makes us great. This is what makes everything so worth it, at least for me in this life. You know, as a writer, I spend a lot of time agonizing about things, and I realized, because I get to talk to a lot of my readers, that you guys love the stories. You guys love telling the stories. You love everything that we're doing. And the drive for perfection that has haunted me throughout my life and throughout my career is meaningless. Perfection is meaningless. In so many ways, all the little things that we think make us different from one another these differences are meaningless. We are fans. We are people that love things. And we gather in that love, we share that love, and we have that affection one for another. It makes us friends, and for some of us makes us so much more than friends. So with all of this madness going on, with Donald Trump and his cohort trying to scare us to death, with crazy people doing things, with angry people doing things, with guns and machetes and hatchets and axes, and bombs and guns. The one thing they cannot take away from us is us. We are the people that love. We are the people that care about significant things and about completely, utterly, totally insignificant things that for some reason matter to us. We care about our shows, our books. We care about characters from fictitious lands and fictitious worlds. While I'm sitting here talking to you right now, I'm looking at my Harry Potter collection, and my Rubius Hagrid is staring me in the eyes. And you know what? He's standing right next to Harry and Hermione and Voldemort and Neville. Why? Because I have them all as part of the collection. I have a lot of Harry Potter stuff, and they're all together. And I don't put my Voldemort off somewhere special. Why? Because he's as much part of the story as everything else. So yeah. Can we all just start again, please? Start again from that place where we put community first. Start again from that place where we share what we love and not what we hate. Because the world would be so much better, so much better, if we focused on what we love. And you know I love you guys. Yeah, today was a bit of a different episode. This is not actually the episode I had planned to do today. I would do that episode tomorrow where we're going to talk about some of the really cool stuff that's going on. Been reading the new Star Wars Aftermath book, Life Debt. And early review is I love Sinjar still. I love Sinjar, I love Sinjar, I love Sinjar. And wow, who told these people that Han Solo is like the end-all and be-all of all that is Star Wars? Because I never was a huge Han Solo fan, and I'm getting tired of it. I know you're saving all the Luke stuff for Episode 8 and everything because you have a plan, but at least if you're going to give me Han, give me some Lando, because I don't know what's been going on with Lando. And Leia, I can cope with. There's been some interesting stuff in the book about Leia, but we'll talk about that when we talk about that. It's a good book, so if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. If you haven't read the first one I enjoyed. A lot of people had feels about it because they were stuck in the past and didn't want to move forward. And it wasn't the book that they expected. And it wasn't the book I expected either, but I fell in love with the characters, especially Mr. Bones and Sinjar. And Sans. I really like Sansanari. But at any rate, I will talk to you all next time. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff happened at Comic-Con. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Keeping this episode short. It's only going to be 22 minutes. But after that, I just don't think I can follow that with anything. So, as always, thank you guys for your support. You can find all of my books over at Project Shadow. You can find this episode and all of our episodes over there on Project Shadow. You can also find a link to all of the podcasty places that we're at. If we're not in your favorite podcast app, let me know what it is, and I'll make sure that we're over there, because we should be. And I've been trying to find them, and these are the ones that I've been told so far. So that's where we are. So let me know, and I'll make sure that we fix that problem. As always, thank you guys for your support. If you want to help me get to more conventions and just help in general, you can support us over at patreon.com at patreon.com/CEDorsett. That's CEDORSETT. And your contributions over there are monthly, and they can be as small as $1. And before you think that $1 doesn't help, if everyone who listens to this podcast contributed just $1, then we would be making a couple thousand a month. And imagine the things we could do with that. Yeah. So don't think that if you can only give $1 a month that's insignificant. It's not. It really helps. Anything that you can do to help helps. And you guys do so much, from the free Lagavulin that shows up from time to time to everything else. The little tips that you put into my pocket at the conventions and all that. You guys mean the world to me, and I want to thank you for everything. New stories are coming. Keep an eye out over at oursolemnhour.com for that. And, of course, our Facebook stuff. If you are not a member of the Facebook group, head on over to facebook.com/groups/Project Shadow and join up over there. I'm still posting to the fan page over there, but they are making it harder and harder for you guys to see what happens in the fan page. So I'm really trying to make it go with the group, because the group still sends notifications when stuff happens. Feel free to share over there, comment. Let's make it a thing, people. All right. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have the fun. Bye.